You wasn't here last weekend. We didn't get to talk to you about all the craziness with the
All
drinking
my
pussy thing.
all my fanboys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Everybody need a little vitamin Jace in their life.
They were like, doggone it, I'm tired of everyone else except Jace.
Numbers are down last week, man. Y'all needed this nigga on the pod.
Peace, peace, peace. Welcome to the Scrap and Roll MMA podcast. I'm your host, Sky. We got your host, Jace, Damien, and guest host, Jay, is back in the building. That's
Uh-oh.
right. It's been a while. I think maybe we had you on for 285. Was that before the Jon Jones fight? Or which one did we have?
Nah, because it would have been afterwards. I think it was before. What car would it have been? I'm trying now. Just the Volk one, the one with Volk and Yair.
Ah, okay. Nice. Or Vulcan Islam.
Yeah, not Yair.
Was it before Volk and Islam? Let me think.
It must have been.
Don't hurt yourself.
I just remember you getting smashed before BJJ.
Pause.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Hey,
shit.
you've been training. You've been on your shit. I've been seeing you. That's dope.
Damien, why the bra?
Because it's hot. Bro, what you mean? It's hot where I'm at.
I just didn't know why you were wearing a sports bra to the pod. It's just curious.
Hey.
Whoa.
The gun show.
Whoa. 22's in the building.
I ain't even going to charge off for that.
We appreciate it. I'm telling y'all, man, headset Damien is different. Like, don't hop in his DMs talking reckless. Like, hey, your boy Damien, he over here sparring. He getting ready for a fight. He like, y'all check out his story sometimes. He's showing his little lumps. I was like, dang.
Mm-hmm. I'm still wearing it a little bit. It's really just his eye now. It's a little blackened. You know, I wear it proudly though.
That's right. Ain't nothing like getting your ass kicked. You remember, like, back in the day, you was supposed to get into a fight. Your mom, that happened to any of y'all? Like, they made you go back outside and fight.
Yeah.
You try to run from a fight.
What you mean somebody hit you? You better go hit them back. You got your ass whooped.
Hey,
get your ass outside right the fuck now, little nigga.
Man, let me tell you, okay, this is off topic real quick, but one time I was about to get jumped for no reason, literally no reason. And my cousin was with me at that, one of my boy cousins. This nigga done ran off before me. So I finally walk out and I go home. My mom's like, oh no, y'all done came back too quick. What's going on? And I'm like, oh, these girls, they was trying to jump me. And she was like, oh no, we going back. She makes me take a hockey stick. I had to then jump back over the gate. Like, it was a whole thing. Luckily, the girls left because they see my mom was standing there like, oh no, you gonna get down. I was like,
listen, my mom, Sky, our mom is built different.
Really different.
Here's a hockey stick. The fuck?
Yeah, go catch a case.
We've never played. Neither one of us plays hockey, field hockey, none of that. Where did it come from?
How old were you?
I was in like 6th grade.
Wow. All right, let's get into it though. Finally, here we go. Chitty chitty bang bang. 291. Let's run it.
291 is here. We are absolutely excited. But before we get to 291, let's quickly go over UFC London this weekend. Tom Aspinall makes his comeback. Molly McCann gets her arm ripped off.
Nothing to talk about.
One thing I did have a problem with was what fight was it? The Casey's. Where's the Casey's fight at?
Mark Casey and Joel Allen.
Yeah. What y'all think about that headbutt?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I'm surprised they didn't go to any type of video review because a lot of times, sometimes there's fouls where it's like it was bad, but it didn't necessarily lead to the finish of the fight. But it literally led to the finish of the fight. And usually we'll see like with situations like Bobby and Jared Gordon and
Evan Holland.
And what was the dude's name? Which brother was it? Which Dawkins was it? It's not Chris Dawkins.
Chris. It was Chris versus.
I thought it was Kyle Dawkins.
It could have been.
Yeah, Chris.
It was Kyle. It was Kyle. Yeah.
Yeah, and so with that one, it was just super strange how it like played out, and they didn't even I mean, they still could have looked at it even after the fight, but it was just like, nah.
Which I felt like they were reviewing it after the fight, but they didn't change anything. Like it was blatant that is what fucking caused the finish. But you know how they be doing the black fighters. I said it.
Oh my god.
Even
Hey,
though
man.
he's from the
Hey.
UK, from the UK,
Hey.
they was like, nah.
Damien, real fast, I appreciate white people like you standing up for black people, man. So you're a real one. I appreciate you.
You crazy.
But yeah, I thought overall the card was pretty slow. It was hard for me to get through. There were some good fights sprinkled in there, but overall, like it wasn't the typical UFC London card that we're used to seeing. But it was solid. Tom went inside there and did what Tom was supposed to do. And
real question for the pod. Is Tom ready for Johnny Bones Jones? Yes
no
or
man
no?
is ready.
What?
No man is ready.
Can we talk about real fast your boy Jon Jones tweets? Oh my God. Oh my God. Did y'all see his tweets?
I didn't see him. What was he saying?
Pretty much the tweet that got me was he was like, yo, here's the thing. Y'all keep talking about the next new person. And I'm over here now, with a face full of gray hair, still undefeated. I was like, this nigga, mic drop.
Mic drop. He was like, everybody's supposed to be the next person to take me out.
Sounds good.
I mean, yeah, it sounds good. I would like to see it. I would like Jon Jones to stick around after the Stipe fight. I'd like to see him go up against Sergey. I'd like to see him go up against Tom. I'd like to see him stamp that shit. Like if you can get through them big boys, like the real big boys.
Is Cyril Gane and Stipe not the real big boys?
Not to say that Cyril isn't, but we didn't get to really see much in that fight. I would have liked to have seen more to like really be like if he walks through Stipe, I'm gonna be like, that's expected. I'm not like at UFC X, we seen Stipe, he was there, he had a sling on his arm. Like your man's who knows if he even gonna be ready to fight in Madison? Like who knows what's even going on?
You think it's expected for Jon Jones to walk through Stipe?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's a possibility. But I'm going for Stipe though. Like I really want Stipe to win. I really fuck with Stipe. He's a good stand-up guy. I feel like he's a good role model for people. And I like the guy, so I'm really rooting for him to win. But I don't see it happening.
What are you gonna say, Jay?
I mean, Stipe is like 50, so I mean, it's kind of expected. Not that Jones isn't on the older side too, but Stipe is. How much older is Stipe compared to Jon? I think was it 4 years, if I'm guessing. But he also just got knocked out like bad, like it was like 2-3 years ago. So I don't expect too much for Stipe. But then again, Stipe always finds a way when people don't expect too much from him to show some. So, but realistically though, I'm gonna shift right back to Tom. I don't even think he's ready for Sergey. I don't think he's ready for Sergey yet. I don't think so. Because there's one hole in this game that I don't really like. And it won't be exploited like unless he fights someone like Cyril or Sergey, because most of the other heavyweights are just way slower. The way he leaves his chin up in the air is very concerning when he goes in and out, for me personally.
Pause.
Oh my God.
The way he lifts his chin up in the air and goes in and out. It's crazy.
I always appreciate it,
No, I totally agree. He does the same thing almost like Patty does. Like that chin be high, boy. Yeah. If he gets, and to answer your question, Stipe is currently 40. By the time they fight, he'll be 41. His birthday is in August. So he'll be 41 and hasn't fought since 2020.
Since 2020. Golly.
I think it's very interesting that you would say that you expect Jon Jones to walk through Stipe, but you want to see him in there with other big boys, right? Because Stipe is it. Stipe is the greatest UFC heavyweight champion ever.
That's what they say.
Okay, so I agree with Jon Jones. If I walk through Stipe, like there's nothing else for me to do here.
No,
this is the guy.
Not the cream of the crop anymore. Come on,
who's the cream of the crop?
The last time we seen that man, he was doing the fucking what's the thing that the gay people do? The little thing with the Vogue. He was.
You tell me.
You know when they hit that and they do their leg back? I'm gonna put it on here too. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They hit the little thing and they fall back. That was Stipe. Like, come on. He's not the same.
Okay, and the fight before that?
Who did he fight? DC?
DC.
Yeah.
DC is also
And it was a
OG.
closely contested fight. Like, DC's that guy. Listen, all I'm saying is that Stipe, this is not Stipe from 5-6 years ago. That you know, put them paws on Francis Ngannou.
This also is the Stipe that took 2 out of 3 from DC.
Okay. He didn't finish him.
Pause. He took 2 out of 3 from DC. That is something to be said.
But that was like 4 years ago, though.
Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, I agree with I agree with you, Jace. Like, I don't think that it should be an easy feat, but I can see the consensus and understand where they're coming from when they say that Jon Jones should just walk right through Stipe. I can see it. Although, like I said, like we've seen Stipe, yeah, he has overcome a lot. Like he's done like the unthinkable, I feel like. And who knows? We haven't seen the nigga in a long time, so he could have been improving himself. You know, he could have been working on stuff this whole time. So I don't know.
I know we got a lot to get to, so like the last thing I want to say about this, y'all keep talking about like Stipe has fought this many times. Jon Jones has fought once in like fucking 4 years. Stop fucking playing.
But when I'm looking at skill sets, I'm gonna go with Jon Jones.
Well,
I would like to be wrong. I would like for him to actually take an L, but I don't see it happening.
To Stipe, that'd be amazing.
we will see.
For Stipe.
I got CJ hot take or CJ, not that bum. I got Stipe. I got Stipe getting it done.
I mean, you also had Cyril Gane winning by TKO.
I
Against
also
Jon
went
Jones.
4 for 4 on my last UFC pick. So I mean, let's just saying, bad with the good, hit me with the salt and pepper, the yin and the yang.
Man, I'm telling y'all, the way
I
the way Jace be moving these goal lines is crazy.
I've got the highest win percentage out of everyone on this pod by far.
This man just be making shit up.
You can't even believe it.
I'm at a 93.7% pick rate.
Carly? Hey, what's that chick's name? What's that chick's name? Carly, the chick that just lied, like over there with that hoe. Like you was lying. I'm gonna put that dude up. Why you always lying?
Let's get to 291. We got a lot to get through.
We sure do, because it's a stacked card, right? Where we want to start? Where do y'all want to start at? I'll let y'all.
Yeah.
Let's start with earlies.
Early
If
prelims.
Derek Lewis loses this fight, does he stay in the UFC?
100%.
Start there, because Derek, I believe, is on a 4-fight losing streak. Maybe only 3.
Nah, it can't be that long because I think he only lost to
1,
the
2,
surgeon.
3.
Oh, it's 3.
1 in 5 in his past 6. Damn.
But this man fighting killers though.
Facts.
And I did feel like the Sergey fight that he had with Pavlovich, I did think that was stopped a little bit early. I thought he was still aware. He was still up. It was like the Izzy stoppage against Alex, the first one.
Izzy
like,
was fucking done. He almost lost his life in that ring.
Lord.
DDP, baby. DDP.
Jay, you see what we've been dealing with over here? Like it's a wild west over here. Like there are Jay sympathizers in the comments. Like we only agree. It's a whole bunch of white South Africans going crazy for Jace because he is the only person that cares. Literally. I'm excited to see Gabriel Bonfim coming off that win where he had that nasty guillotine in Brazil. Hopefully he does better in his second fight than his brother did. His brother just fought, what was that, last weekend?
Oh, I thought that name was familiar.
Weekends ago.
2 weekends ago.
Wait, he's a plus 260 underdog against Trevin Giles?
Yeah, Trevin Giles of all people.
Bet the money. Bet the money.
I'm not saying it like it's crazy. I just was looking to see it because I thought it was going to be flip-flop for some reason, but
yeah.
Those Buffon boys, man, I like him.
Oh, your boy Claudio. I seen him. He fought on the Contender Series, and I think he might have already had his debut. If not, keep your eye out on him. This dude. Oh yeah, he fought Joe Ugly Man Holmes.
Damn.
And got him the fuck up out of there too. And he got, listen, don't miss this fight. Don't miss this dude, and don't miss this fight. Go back and watch the fights that he's fought. They all TKO knockouts, so you're not gonna be there all day playing around. But he comes to cause violence. Obviously, he's going up against anybody out here. Y'all know Roman?
Yeah.
Roman Reigns, of course. Bloodline.
What you know about Roman besides the fact he's Russian?
Who, me?
Yeah, you say you know him.
Who did he fight last though? Because I gotta remember who he fought last. But I know that in terms of grappling, he's kind of solid. But he's
he's the Russian Chase Hooper.
Yeah. Russian
Oh,
champion.
see, nah, he cut his hair off and caught me slipping. I know him. He looked completely different. Y'all remember the Russian Chase Hooper?
Mhm.
I like this kid.
yeah, because I remember
Soriano.
he fought Duraev and Soriano. I do remember those two fights.
Yes. He looked so good in that fight against Puna. I remember that now. I'm mad that he cut his hair. He needs to go back to the signature look. So we know who you are. But yeah, let's get to the main card. Let's just go ahead and really, really get into it. So Michael Chiesa is taking on Kevin Holland. Holland coming off a win against what's his name? Santiago Ponzinibbio. Chiesa coming off a loss against he hasn't fought since he fought Luque, right?
What? No, it was whatchamacallit?
Sean Brady.
Oh, Sean.
Yeah. So since 21. How y'all feeling about this fight?
I'm excited. I'm excited for all these fights. This card is going crazy, and I like Kevin Holland. I want to see him do well.
I really don't care about this fight, if I'm being honest. I'm over
That's
Kevin
crazy.
Holland. I'm over the whole big mouth thing. He took a shot at the pod, if y'all don't know.
Yeah, he did.
You know, he came after the pod because we over here spitting facts. So I don't fuck with the nigga no more. Away from me, I do not know you.
How you feel about it, Jay?
I feel like Kevin should probably beat him on paper, but the only thing that's weird, because it reminds me of when he fought Derek Brunson, where in theory, Derek Brunson and Chiesa are kind of similar, where they don't really have striking that's really imposing, but somehow Derek just kept like getting in on the hips on Holland over and over. Chiesa, though, his wrestling is kind of like, it's almost weirder than Brunson's, where he doesn't really like have like a blast double or anything like that. He kind of like just has to like get in close to you, then drag you down. So that might make it a little difficult for him to really impose his grappling on Holland unless he tries to pull guard or something. But I don't know. I think Kevin should beat him, but it could be one of those situations where Chiesa just like lays on top of him for like 3 rounds and then it's whatever.
How do you think Kevin Holland's jiu-jitsu is going to hold up against Chiesa?
I mean,
he is a black belt. I mean,
Fuck, it's a paper black belt.
It's not a paper black belt.
You really think Kevin Holland is a legitimate black belt?
As far as I'm concerned, on paper, that's what it is.
Thank you, paper black belt.
No, but I'm just saying, like the people that he's trained under.
No, man. No.
What? Listen, you know how I feel about Kevin because I don't give a fuck. But I think there's a little bit of a danger that he poses. And one thing that I seen on RC and DC was that one of the submissions that Michael Chiesa has fallen victim to twice is the Darce choke, right? And this is out of Michael Chiesa's mouth. That, you know, he's fallen victim multiple times to the Darce choke. Kevin Holland is extremely good with the Darce choke, has won multiple fights with the Darce choke. You know, you never know. Sometimes it's just like Chael Sonnen in the triangle.
If Kevin Holland subs my Michael Chiesa, I'll bick my head. It's not going to fucking happen.
You'll do what?
I'll bick my head.
We'll be sure to keep this on the pod.
I don't even know what the hell that means.
I'll shave my head with a big razor.
Let's do it. Y'all heard it here live. Don't try to pull out. Pause.
Never. Listen, that's their problem.
What about you? Damien.
I don't think Chiesa is gonna be able to take Kevin Holland down. I think Kevin Holland's been working on his takedown defense ever since that cum shot situation. I think he's been working on that, and I think he's gonna be real good with his range and stuff to not allow Chiesa to get in on him. And if he does, they're just gonna clinch up on the fence. Big Mouth gonna be doing Big Mouth, slapping his ears and talking shit.
I can see it.
Well, I don't think Chiesa is gonna be able to take him down. If he does, I feel like Kevin's just gonna pop back up.
And look at the reach, right? So Michael Chiesa
insane.
has 75.5, Kevin Holland 81.
How did that help him his last fight?
He won. He knocked him out.
How did he do against? How did Kevin Holland do against Stephen Thompson?
He's an idiot. He stood up there and tried to strike with an elite striker and got up from scrambles. Like I said in that video that he got in his feelings about. Anyways, enough with them. Your boy, Tony Ferguson versus Bobby Green. Now, I remember that this fight was announced the last time Jay was on here, and all of y'all, wish CJ was here. CJ might pop in tonight, but all of y'all instantly said Tony Ferguson was going to win. Y'all said that Tony was going to get it done. The time is here. Do y'all still feel the same way?
I didn't say Tony was going to get it done.
You gonna make me go back to this video. You gonna make me go back to the pod.
I don't think I said Tony Ferguson was gonna win this fight. I'm going for Bobby Green. I think Bobby Green gonna put the hands on him because I think Tony Ferguson is on he's on his way out. Unfortunately, I feel like this is his downfall. And this is a good fight for Tony Ferguson, but I feel like it's a better one for Bobby Green, and I feel like he's gonna take the victory.
What you got, Jay?
I'm still rocking with Tony because here's why. I think, now this is very wishful thinking because I don't know if he's going to do this because he hasn't done this in so long. If Tony wrestles offensively, this fight should be over very quickly. Now, Bobby has solid wrestling and all that, but jiu-jitsu-wise, credentials-wise, Tony is up here. Bobby's like more around here. But the question is Tony going to do the thing with Nate, like he did with Nate, where he's going to like kind of play into like the whole like legend versus legend thing, or is he actually going to go out there to try to win? Because I feel like against Nate, I don't want to say he threw the fight, but it just gave off vibes of someone who was more there for like an exhibition than a fight. And I don't mean that disrespectfully, but that's just like it was just super strange. He lacked a lot of aggression. So, but if Tony decides to just stand with Bobby Green, like does not try to wrestle. It's weird because Bobby has one of those styles where if you just try to punch him and you don't do anything else, then it's very hard to beat him unless you're like Dustin or something because it's just very hard to track his head. Now, if Tony uses leg kicks, then maybe Bobby's style isn't as effective because he wouldn't be able to use the footwork and he would be more of a sitting target even though his head's moving. But the one thing I don't ever see people do against Bobby, and I only saw Fazeev do it, people never try to rip to his body. And it's super strange to me because he moves his head so much, but his body will still stay in the same place. And I remember, I think Dustin, he went up the ladder, which essentially means he ripped the body and ripped up to the head. And that's how he's able to drop Bobby. But most people, for whatever reason, Bobby kind of has that thing like with Neil Magny, where Neil Magny just like uses this hypnosis where he convinces people to just clinch with him. Bobby just has this thing where people know it's hard to hit him with just pure boxing, but yet people just try to do it. So if Tony wrestles offensively, I think he subs him by round 2.
Okay, so sounds good. Official prediction is?
Tony by submission, round 2.
Heard.
Real quick, y'all, I want to show y'all something because you know I love my receipts.
Oh, shit. Ariel Helwani's in the building. Ariel Helwani's in the fucking building.
I love these fucking receipts because it's crazy over here. This is going back, let's see, May 17th. Like I said, the last time Jay was on the pod and we got the announcement about what was going on. Let's just take a little listen, shall we?
Go ahead. Tony is actually gonna beat Bobby Green. Like I actually feel bad for Bobby Green. I actually feel bad for Bobby Green. That's not me. I got the beard. I got the shaved head. That ain't me.
Oh shit!
He said, I feel bad for Bobby Green. And if y'all just go back to that pod, it's episode number 28. The marker, I got the timestamps in there. Y'all will, I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I just want to play that part. You will hear Mr. Man, Damien, talk about how Tony Ferguson was going to beat Bobby Green. And you'll see CJ, Jay, and Jace, all the three of y'all was like, yeah, we riding with Tony. Y'all was wishful thinking. And I was saying, man, our boy, I don't want to see it, but the boy Bobby Green gonna get it done. He gonna be in there styling and profiling.
All right, yeah. So I could change. People change. People change. Look, I got the beard. I got the short hair. I got Bobby Green winning.
You got the sports bra.
Listen. I do feel you. You can change because I believe possibly even on that pod, I might have said that Whitaker was going to run through Dricus. I'm sure I probably did on that one. But then when it came down to that week, I changed my mind and I said I smelt the upset and that Dricus was going to win. So yes, we can change, but we got to stand on what we said too.
Yeah, this is a lightweight bout. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and put it out there. Y'all know me. I'm a ride to die. El Kakui gets it done. The boogeyman returns, gets into the win column. I can't wait. TKO.
There's nothing I would love more to see Tony come out there looking like vintage Tony and hit Bobby with a nasty elbow, clean the fuck out. I would
Shades and blades, baby. Shades and blades.
I just don't think it's gonna happen. I think we just,
that time has passed.
Tony Ferguson, TKO, will run it.
Yeah. We'll see. Next up, Jace's favorite, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson taking on Michel Pereira.
Great fight for Wonderboy. I think even though Michel will try to take him down because he knows like that's his only chance to win, I think Stephen Thompson lights him up, gets it fucking done, gets another TKO.
I feel the same. I do. I can't doubt Stephen Thompson.
You can't doubt Jace predictions. Got it.
Please stop the badness. I can't doubt him, and especially because you're seeing Michael, who has like a similar style. I think it's just gonna be a nice, fun fight. One thing that I do, I think I seen something. I don't think Michael was out there as long as I would have liked him to be, and that's what I'm gonna say about some other fighters on here too. Oh, that's one more thing I had to say about Michael Chiesa. The reason why I'm going for Kevin Holland is because Michael Chiesa just got to Utah on, I think, either Tuesday or Monday, and said because he was training here at Mount Charleston and at the PI that he feels like that will be enough. Mount Charleston is not the same if y'all don't know, there's like a what would you say, like 45-minute drive from Vegas, Jace?
Yeah, 30, 45,
but the
depending on where.
is not nearly the same as Utah. And you just got there, like that's a bad sign that you in there trying to, go toe to toe with somebody on that type of elevation. But how do you feel about it, Damien?
Yeah, that I was actually going to bring that up. I think Stephen Thompson got this in the bag because we've seen Pereira do the fucking, backflips and jump off the cage. You ain't doing that in Utah, bucko. Your ass going to be tired as hell, and I feel like Stephen is going to edge it out. Maybe not edge it out, but I think Stephen is going to win because he's going to have that cardio on his side and the footwork, and he's going to be able to outstrike and just be more efficient with his stamina. Because I've seen Pereira. I mean, he's a big dude, but like that's a big motherfucker. But yeah, being that big is gonna cost energy and stamina, and also, like you said, with the elevation, I don't think he's gonna last past. I want to say in the second round, he's gonna be slowing down.
Yeah. What about you, Jay?
I think he finishes him by round 2. I think Wonderboy finishes him pretty easily, honestly.
Yeah. I think it's gonna. Hopefully, it's a fun fight. I'd like to see. I'm happy that they booked him against Wonderboy, so Wonderboy has an opportunity to continue to get his little his little shit off before he's out the door. Because MVP might be coming on to the scene, and I feel like we've been waiting
Oh,
years
that'd
and
be
years
fun.
and years for Michael Venom Page to take on Stephen Wonderboy. Like, they have to book that ASAP. Like, as soon as they sign that man, go ahead, book it for London, like the next little London card, whatever, and run that. Because we've been waiting a long time for that.
Yeah, but that's definitely gonna be a fun fight for the fans. I feel like I don't know if it's gonna be like a take him down, lay on him type. I think Pereira is gonna try to strike with him.
Yeah, he might be as foolish as Kevin Holland.
Mm-hmm.
Might try to stay on the feet with him. You never know. Jan Blachowicz taking on Alex Pereira. Y'all know.
I wish this was for a title.
I wish
It
they
would
would
have
have
made
switched
it
it
that
too.
much. Yeah, it would have made it that much better. But I'm going Jan. I feel like he's just gonna do the same thing he did to Israel to Pereira. I've been watching Pereira train. Um, he's been doing a lot of boxing lately for some reason. Like he's been training boxing heavy. He's been doing boxing rounds against boxers, and I'm not sure.
Olympic boxer.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the process is there. But I feel like Jan is just gonna take this fool down. I feel like Jan is actually gonna do it all. He's gonna strike him up, clinch him up, take him down, and I just feel like he's gonna ragdoll him. And that's a big motherfucker too, Pereira, which is like a weird saying, but I got Jan.
But Alex has been training with Glover. He's been training his jiu-jitsu more, and his wrestling more with Glover. Do you think that you'll see an improvement? Because you got to remember, what did Izzy weigh? Like 195, 197, something like that. Under 200 pounds when
Under,
him versus
yeah.
Jan fought, right? So
Hmm.
when that big boy Jan got on top of him, like he was,
Yeah,
there was quite a significance.
yeah, true.
If Alex Alex is not going to be that same size.
No.
Alex is going to be 225, 230 in there come Saturday night. So it's not going to be like, this under 200-pound man that you can just sit on and do no fucking damage, because that's all he fucking did in that round, which we got to get to the bottom of this. But if Alex can get up, like, does your prediction change?
If he could stop the takedowns. See, I don't know how Alex's conditioning is gonna be. Um, I mean, he's at a heavier weight. It's just hard to tell. But I'm still going with Jan. I think he's the more natural light heavyweight fighter who's been competing at this weight. So
And Sky, who's your official prediction? We need receipts. Damn, Damien. Damn.
damn, that wasn't me.
Damn. She said
You got me.
pause.
Nah, you got me. She pulled that shit up real quick. She had
Hey.
the timestamp and everything. All right.
Rollout game strong. Sky is a Jenga national champion player. Stop playing.
I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Shit. Oh, I kind of run a ride the fence, but if I absolutely had to, I'm gonna go with Alex. It's hard for me to go against Alex. Like, my mind tells me Jan, but like I'm just like, his striking, it's really strange. It's bizarre, and the amount of power that he has, I think that he can get it done. But the main reason why I'm skeptical is because he was just sleeping 4 months ago on the canvas, and now he's back inside there with another hard hitter and Jan. And 4 months worth of time. Like, I was watching the Chael Sonnen video, and he was talking about how, like, fighters come back after a knockout. I am not familiar with Alex Pereira's kickboxing record or his kickboxing fight. So I don't know if he's been knocked out before. I don't think he's been knocked out before. So now he's coming back 4 months after that and going up against, the Polish power. Is he going to be more timid, or is he going to be his normal self of just walking Jan down? That's the one thing that, like, makes me a little bit more hesitant to say. But I'm gonna go with Alex based off the facts that I want to see a third fight between him and Izzy at 205.
Who you got, Jay?
So, does anyone remember the last time Jan's been knocked out?
Yes, by
Thiago Santos.
Yes.
And the same punch that Thiago Santos knocked out Blachowicz with, a left hook, check left hook. and I think someone else knocked him out with it too. I forgot who the other person was, but I seen it somewhere. So not to say that he'll fall right into it, because obviously, just like how Alex is thinking about the takedowns with Jan, I'm hoping Jan is thinking about the check lift hook from the hitter. But I think this fight being 3 rounds, I don't put too much into the grappling. If this was a 5-round fight, like a title fight, it actually probably would have played more in the favor of Jan, because Jan's game plan would probably be clinch up with Pereira, get him as tired as you can, and then the last 3 rounds you could probably be easy sailing. Not easy sailing, but you feel a little better about yourself. But this fight being 3 rounds, honestly, I don't think most people think this. I think Pereira probably knocks him out in about 3 minutes of the first round.
Damn.
I really think, and the reason why I think so is because it reminds me of Pereira's first ever fight in the UFC, where Jan can say as much as he wants, and I no disrespect that he's going to strike with Pereira. If he really stands longer than 2 minutes with him, I don't see that being favorable in any stretch of the way, because the way Jan moves forward, it just isn't dynamic enough to be confident that I think he knocks him out 3 minutes into the first round. But it could easily be a situation where he just gets laid on, but I think he knocks him out first round.
Boop, boop, boop. Your boy CJ in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm sorry I'm late, hella late. CP time. I was at my son's football practice, so hope y'all had a good pod. Hopefully I ain't disrupting nothing.
No, you came in at a good time. Actually, I was happy that you came in quietly. I was like, watch CJ come in like, oh, fuck, they can't hear me. I'm like, but no,
one thing that might come into play too in this fight is the leg kicks, because this nigga is a mastermind with those leg kicks. Adesanya kept talking about it, like how his leg was beat up in the last fight. So yeah, we gotta.
But Jan got them nasty leg kicks too.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Jay, you made some really good points, especially about that check left hook. Which I did missed out on that as well. But yeah, you made some really good points. As far as Alex, and I like the fact that you gave a definitive answer as well. What about you, Jace? I mean, your streak is on the line.
Champ shit only. So you already know it's the boogeyman all day. Alex Pereira gets it done. TKO. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they have a face-off, Jiri coming into the ring, and then they do Jiri Pereira for the title before the end of the year.
You said Yuri Pereira?
Yeah, they'll have that title fight probably December, November. But Alex definitely unequivocally hits this nigga with Scott Starch.
Honestly, though, when Izzy beats Sean, because I'm not saying if, like, let's be serious for a second.
Facts.
Can we honestly just do, if Alex beats Jan, can we just tell Yuri to wait till like next year or something?
Facts.
Honestly.
Facts. Let's see it at 205.
Because
Alex beat the brakes off that nigga.
Because here's what I'll say, because I know this. Yuri had the chance to fight Jamal before Jamal obviously unfortunately got injured. Jamal could not find a fight because I ran into him in Jacksonville after the Jacksonville card. And I asked him, when are you going to fight again? And he said, no one will take the fight. He said it a little differently, but essentially that's what he said. No one would take the fight with him. So, honestly, Yuri, let him heal up a little more. He said it was the worst shoulder injury he's ever seen. Give him till like next year, and he can fight whomever. I want to see Alex versus Izzy, 3 for the belt, and then whoever wins, it ends there.
I'd love that. But it's scary for me as an Izzy fan to see Izzy have to fight Alex at 205 with him being fully hydrated, all that power. But at the same time, like, Izzy's pretty much won all the fights until he got caught, and I feel like, you know, I don't know. I would love to see it. I would absolutely love to see it. What about you, CJ? We talking about Jan versus Alex. How you feeling about the fight? Who you got?
I'm gonna be going for Jan. I just like him more personally. Like I tell y'all, I don't need to be right. I like Jan a lot as a human. He's a fun ass guy. He's a big, just jovial dude. So I'll be going for Jan a little bit more. Is he gonna win? I don't know. Like I think Jay was talking about that left hook earlier today. He got rocked by Glover with a left hook. Who else he get rocked by with the left hook? So he's susceptible to getting hit with a left hook, and we all know that motherfucking he throws hard. So this is probably the fight I'm most excited for on the card because it's gonna be a war. I think.
Yeah. This is probably the main fight that I'm most excited for. And then real quick,
What? What about the main event though?
Honestly,
but I know what I'm gonna get from the main event. Like I know I'm gonna
Yeah.
get violence. Like here, I don't know what I'm going to get. I don't know
We
if I'm
don't
gonna
know.
get Jon trying to hold you up against the fence and clinch and take you down,
Yep.
grappling bullshit. Or am I gonna get like two people in there standing and banging Polish power versus this Brazilian fucking monster? Like that, I don't know.
Here's the thing, and Uncle Chill talks about this all the time. This is not going to be an exciting fight per se. This is going to be a very boring fight in the sense of either one, Jan is going to dry hump him for 3 rounds, and that's all we're going to get. 2, Alex Pereira hits him with Scotch starch. This won't be a close fight. It won't be a back and forth fight. One person is going to impose their will on the other person. We'll see.
We'll see.
We will definitely see. Miss CJ, since you hopped in the pod, let's go ahead and see how you feeling about Stephen Wonderboy versus Michael Pierre.
I'm going for Wonderboy. Wonderboy every day. 3 days on Sunday. If it's Wonderboy fighting, I'm probably gonna be picking him. So let's go Wonderboy.
Tony Ferguson and Bobby Green.
I'm not gonna pick that one. I'm gonna be a hard headed and not pick that one.
Cause I don't know if
I know we got beef.
Wait, I don't know if you want me to go back and show you also saying that Tony was gonna win.
Did I say Tony was gonna win?
You know you don't want me to go and do that.
Shit. I'm kind of like both. I'm going both. I don't want to pick that card because I love them both. And then who you just said right now, Holland. I know we got beef. You know we roll with the gang. We scrap pack, but you know I keep it with my brother, so I'm going with Kevin Holland. You know Kevin Holland. Stop tripping, bro. Who else we got on there?
We just pretty much went over the main card. And then Dustin versus Justin. Let's get into it. The main event, the BMF belt is on the line. They saying that your boy Jorge Masvidal is gonna show up and put it on, you know, whoever wins. I can't imagine him putting it on Justin Gaethje if Justin wins this fight. But you know, we're here now. How y'all feeling about the BMF belt being on the line officially? And then who y'all think's gonna win? Damien, sure.
Man, I'm excited. I'm excited for this one, but I don't mind the BMF belt just because it adds a little more something to it. You know, I'm actually all for it. It's definitely not necessary. You don't need the belt for this type of fight. Like we watching this fight, we won. Win or lose, whoever wins or loses, like us as viewers are gonna get, you know, rewarded. So, but this is a good fight, and you know, I've been watching the embedded, and I've been seeing Justin Gaethje look. He looks like in the best shape I've ever seen him. And so for that reason, I'm gonna have to go with Justin Gaethje on this one.
Oh,
I know. I'm gonna have to go with Justin Gaethje. I feel like, man, I feel like he's been training harder for this fight than any other fight. Even like for the championship fights, I feel like this is the one that he redeems himself with.
One thing that I do want to say, a couple things that stood out to me leading up to this fight, as far as like how I'm feeling about the fight. Dustin Poirier said previous to the fight that he was coming out 2 weeks ahead of time. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I think 2 weeks is not enough time in general to be up there in altitude. In a fight like this, it's going 5 rounds with just chaos, right? But we know that Dustin does have cardio, but he ain't like no Volkanovski or Max Holloway with like cardio for fucking days, you know, Kobe Covington type of, he don't have that kind of cardio. So that's my number one, like, and then on top of that, Justin Gaethje trains in Colorado, which is at a higher elevation than Utah. So he's already conditioned for this type of, to go the distance with that. So those are like some flags that like make me a little hesitant on going with Dustin. But at the end of the day, that boot boy gonna get it done again. That boot boy is too good in rematches. He got my boy up out of there, Max Holloway. He got Conor McGregor the fuck up out of there 2 times. Like when it comes to rematches, he gets it done. And I think that if I'm just looking at it objectively, I feel like Dustin is the more polished fighter.
Yep.
I feel like he has a better skill set, but I'm not. Justin Gaethje he's a fucking dog. He's an animal.
Yeah, Dustin is a dog too, because I feel like you have to hit Dustin a few times and they be waking him up and he just be in fucking Super Saiyan mode all of a sudden.
Then he pull his shorts up on you, you know what I mean? He pull his shorts up on you, he ready to bang.
And then he takes that deep breath and then he starts swinging.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this one. Like, I'm glad this is the main event, honestly.
Yeah. What about you, Jay?
I think last time we talked about this fight, I think I said Dustin was going to win. But the closer we get, I have a weird feeling I feel like Justin's going to win. And I can't really explain why. Because in their first fight, I remember the 2 main things was Justin beat up Dustin's leg like pretty bad. And the other thing was Justin was still like in that wild man era where he had like no defense, just swinging and banging. Which will still kind of have a little bit of that, but he's a lot more clean with it. But for some reason, based off the Fiziev fight and Dustin's last fight, it was against, was it Charles or did he fight someone else?
Connor.
No. Dustin has fought. He fought Chandler.
He fought Chandler and Charles before. After that,
It was Chandler. Man, I don't. It's like it's one of those fights where I feel like it's hard to call because they both kind of bring not the same thing, but it's a similar vibe where we know we back and forth. So whenever a fight's back and forth, there's just too many variables. But is it weird that I think Justin might knock him out? I don't know. I feel like
it could happen.
I'm gonna go Justin Gaethje round 3 knockout, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna go.
Hey, I'm not mad at it because it's possible. Like Justin Gaethje he's nasty. He got nice heavy hands. He's not the same fighter that he was.
He's been getting better, yeah.
Yeah, he's been getting better, and who knows? He might catch Justin on the right day, which I would be excited for. If Justin, go ahead, Jason.
I was gonna say it's not that it's possible. We're not talking about a home run. It's plausible. It's very much can I wouldn't blink. It's not like, we talk about some people fighting each other Ngannou against fucking Fury. Like he has a puncher's. This is not a puncher's chance. You know what I mean? These are two you're literally splitting hairs on these fighters. You know what I mean? And with that being said, official prediction, my man is just too clean, man. Dustin's going to get it done. He's going to make Justin start going wild, kind of very similar to his last fight. He's going to make Justin start going a little bit wild, a little bit crazy, and he's going to catch him clean. He's going to put him away.
Those combos.
Yeah. I think he'll withstand the early fury of Justin. You know what I mean? And he's just a little bit too smooth for me. For me, he's just a little bit too smooth, a little bit too clean. And he'll get Justin out of there. Again.
So, Jace, you feel like it's going to play out kind of the same way as their first fight?
Yeah. I feel like these guys fight 100 times, and not that Dustin will win 100 times. Like, I'm not going to be disrespectful, but the fight itself will go the same every single time. Now, 100%. If Justin wins, there will be no shock and awe. You know what I mean? My mouth won't hit the floor. You know what I mean? By any capacity. I just think that Dustin is just a little bit more cleaner, a little bit more slick. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the real. Well, I don't want to say the real, but maybe the other main event going on that night, which will be Spence and Crawford. Their similarities are very much the same, and I just see Dustin as being more Crawford, just a little bit more slick, a little bit more smooth than Spence.
What about you, CJ?
Everything that Jay said, I'm right there with him on that one. I feel like, but also what Jay was saying, I'm right there where I feel like Dustin is cleaner. His boxing in the pocket is better. He's a little bit quicker. He doesn't throw as wild as Gaethje does. But I also have that little gut feeling where I mean, like, it might be his time where Dustin might go out in this fight. He might just go out and he might get cracked with one of those heavy ass punches from Gaethje, and he might get dropped. But I'm gonna be pulling for Dustin. I like Dustin a little bit more. He's a little bit more skilled, like Jace was saying. This is gonna be fight of the night though, and I think they're gonna replicate it just how the first fight was going on. I think it's gonna be just like that.
If they win, do you think that either one of them deserves to fight for the title next?
Let me see if after fight Charles again, if
Yeah.
Charles beats Islam or if Islam wins.
Yeah, just whoever
Mm,
wins, do you think they should fight for the title next?
I don't know.
man,
It's a hard sell either way though, because you can't really sell either one of them to fight Charles again because I mean Dustin was a little bit more competitive against Charles, but Justin, it's a hard sell to fight Charles again, especially this quick. Islam, I feel like it's hard to sell with Islam because even though he's not Habib, people functionally see them as very similar. So how do you convince
hmm
the audience that either one of these guys has the skill set to beat Islam? I don't know. Unless you just want to do a thing where you want to add on to his title defenses, and that's no disrespect because at the end of the day they could somehow find a way to get it done, but it's kind of unlikely. So maybe they go in that direction where it's a big name. So when time passes by in 5 years, people will be like, "Oh, well, Islam he beat either Dustin or Justin." So I don't know.
yeah, yeah, a resume thing.
Yeah,
hmm And then imagine too if like Dustin or Justin gets that shot and they go up there and lose to Islam or lose to Charles again, they be like, "Damn, bro, y'all got there and could just never ever do it."
Hmm.
But I think that's their story in general.
Yeah, it definitely
Like
is.
that's who these guys are in my mind. Until like I don't see either one of them, unfortunately, being the champions. I think that if they fought at a different time, a different champion, it's unfortunate that they had to go up against Habib. It's unfortunate they had to go up against what's his name,
Charles.
Charles,
up against Charles. You know what I mean? It's just a tricky situation.
Jordan
I
era.
Yeah, it's like even there's always I'm always gonna try to bring my boy Max in. Like it's unfortunate that he's fighting at a time now. Where Volkanovski is who he is, because it is what it is. Like when the number one best is in your division, like Habib was at the time when he was fighting, right? Like you can't get past that person. It's unfortunate for them. Like they're fan favorites, but I don't see them. I don't see Dustin beating Islam or
Dustin and
Charles.
Justin, Hall of Fame.
Oh, good question. I
Without a
say yeah.
question, without a doubt, it's not even something to think about.
We don't agree on these things because I didn't think that Cowboy should have been in there. Like y'all be going crazy for Cowboy.
What you
I,
think, Damien? Dustin and Justin Hall of Fame?
I think so. I think so.
Jay,
Just
what you think?
because I feel like
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
they got a lot of just like Cowboy Cerrone, they got a lot of bonuses attributed to them. You know what I mean? Like they really are like helping the sport, I feel like low key.
You know
They
what?
they
I think,
they make it fun and exciting to watch UFC
yeah,
fights. You know what I mean?
Cowboy's always going to be that barometer where you look at and you be like, well, if this nigga Cowboy made it, these guys should make it.
Hmm.
That's
He's
why he shouldn't have been in
everybody's
there.
gonna everybody's gonna go there. Be like, well, if Cowboy is there, this person should be there. So
Yeah.
they definitely, to me, they should probably be there for sure.
Yeah.
Jay,
Tony Ferguson, Hall of Fame. I'm
without a
sorry. Go ahead,
doubt.
Jay. Answer that. Answer is Justin and
Justin, I
Dustin.
don't even think you got to think about it. With Justin, I can understand people thinking about it, but just knowing that Cowboys in the Hall of Fame, and there's even like there's someone else who's in the Hall of Fame that I can't think of, but I remember was kind of like,
Forrest Griffin.
nah,
Shit.
not Forrest, because Forrest at least was a champ, like
Yeah.
he was a pioneer too of the sport. Like I will excuse a guy who's not as skilled getting into the Hall of Fame if they were like a pioneer for the sport, but Cowboy is not a pioneer, and not to say he wasn't skilled, but it's like his only thing was that he won a lot, but he also lost a lot too, and I don't know. So you can't look me with a straight face and tell me Justin can't get in if Cowboy's in there. So I'm
See?
I'm with Gaethje in there, and Tony absolutely is a Hall of Famer because honestly, I think Tony has a legitimate title. I don't count his interim title as a interim title because the champ at the time never went and defended it. It got relinquished because Conor went out and did the boxing with Floyd and stuff, and then he lost to Conor anyway, and then he didn't. So yeah, he never defended the belt. So same way with Rob too. I think Rob's interim belt it got upgraded to a undisputed title, so I don't see why Tony should be any different.
Yeah. Like, I think that we, at another time, we need to really talk about just like what are the qualifications for Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Like, because certain people just can't be in there. Like, it just can't be a fucking free for all. Like, if we really, really, really thought about it, it's really right now it's just like a popularity contest. Like who we endeared the most, who we loved the most.
Yeah,
because if I'm really, really being honest, why are we putting Dustin Gaethje in there besides the fact that we like him and he's a banger?
Well, like his record is pretty fucking phenomenal. But we've talked about this on the pod before. You know, do you want UFC Hall of Fame to be like the NBA or the NFL, where it's just based on greatness? You know what I mean? Or do you want like a Hall of Fame of like more so this guy was significant to the sport? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who are significant to the sport who wasn't necessarily great. You know what I mean?
You know, but you know what? Basketball, it's not the NBA Hall of Fame. It's the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think it's something that means more to the sport than just doing what you did in the NBA. So I think that kind of happens with, because, well, this is just the UFC Hall of Fame as well, too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
there's people who have fought in the UFC like that. Because I mean, who's the Japanese guy that beat Royce Gracie in Pride? What's his name?
Sakuraba.
The Gracie killer.
Or I mean,
Gracie
he did fight in the UFC a little bit, but not like. But the majority of his career was in Pride. But he's a Hall of Famer. To me, if you look at Gaethje's career with like World Series of Fighting, that I think is a Hall of Fame career. If you include World Series of Fighting and his UFC career with his record.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, some people didn't shine as much. Like a great example of that would be Shogun. Shogun was pound for pound
the
best fighter on earth for a solid 4 or 5 years. The fucking
Pride, he was
monster,
nasty.
Absolute monster. You know, and yes, he did get the UFC title. You know what I mean? And stopped, the avalanche at the time known as Leo Machida Karate. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But other than that, his UFC career, especially the past like 5 or 6 years, was
yeah. It's tough just trying to figure out what the criteria is. Like we said, there should be an independent MMA Hall of Fame where these guys, like you said, that make big impact are into. But then there should be just like a space to where like people are recognized from being the elite. Because in my opinion, Cowboy is a participation prize. Him being inside of the him being inside, it's participation. Like everybody gets a trophy, you get a trophy, and like we said, he's gonna be the gatekeeper for. If he got in, then this person should get in. If that person got in, and it's just like, but like, what happens to the people who were truly, truly elite? Like it starts to water stuff down, but that's just my way of thinking about it. I can be wrong.
Because I guarantee you, some people would throw Ronda Rousey in there.
She already in there.
Yeah, she is. I mean, she should though. Like, and I'm not a fan of her. But she should though.
She was great.
Mm-hmm. She was.
Evolution of sport. Evolution of sport. That's what it is.
Yeah, well, I'll ask you this. Do you think Royce Gracie's a Hall of Famer?
Has to be.
So if
yes.
Royce is a Hall of Famer, Ronda Rousey has to be.
Yeah.
Speaking of us asking questions, we have a hot take.
Let's go.
All right. We have a hot take from Ash for the Best. at Instagram. He chimes in. Obviously, we all hold on. Let me get it right. I don't want to paraphrase it. Obviously, we all know the gaff with the UFC's roster. Which Bellator fighter, if you only could choose one, do you want to see the most in the UFC?
Red Rover, Sin, Patricky Pitbull right over. I need to see. I need
Pitbull.
I need to see him in the UFC.
Who you got, Jay?
I'm gonna be honest, just MVP. The thing with the Pitbull brothers, I don't see Patricio's the smaller one, right? Or is it Patricky? Which one's the smaller one?
Patricio's smaller, but they kind of like he's a shorter one.
He's a better one. Patricio, I don't see him beating because I know the whole appeal of these Patricio Pitbull is how does he match up with Volk, and I just don't see him beating Volk like at all. But MVP is because I feel like there's actually a lot of fun matchups for him.
Fun fights.
I am biased towards MVP, but
Stephen Thompson.
Yeah, Wonderboy, and I also want to see him fight. Honestly,
Kevin Holland will be fun.
Holland, Wonderboy. Honestly, one guy who's outside the rankings, I want to see him fight Randy Brown too. Honestly, that'd be
Rude Boy.
Yeah.
Jeff Neal.
He'll beat the fuck out of Rude Boy. He'll walk that nigga.
Ian Gary. Him versus Ian Gary will be fun.
He'll beat the fuck out of Ian Gary.
We looking for fun fights. We just like those are cool. We don't want him to get in 170 with all those damn wrestlers. That's who we don't want him in there with, you know.
Exactly.
Like,
I agree with Jay. That's what I'm looking for. I'm actually waiting for the news. Cause I feel like it's gonna happen.
Who you got, CJ?
Patchy motherfucking Mix. That's a
nice.
dog. That's at 135. That's a dog right there for real though.
What he did to Stotts is still living rent free in my head. Like I really had Stotts. I was like, oh, Stotts gonna get it done. It was over before it ever started. Oh,
y'all tripping. Yeah, I'm gonna hit y'all with the Westbrook.
Who you got?
Nigga, AJ McKee.
I knew he was
gonna say that. Bro. I want to see
AJ.
I want to see AJ. I love AJ. I love his
at
fighting
45
style.
And 55?
I love his fighting style. I love his shine. You know, he's articulate. He's charismatic. He's charming. Good looking brother. You know what I mean? I want to see AJ come and do his thing, bro.
But I will ask this though. I feel like the whole appeal of AJ and Pitbull isn't really as big because their whole reason would be, who would win the Bellator 45 or 55 champ of the UFC? Yeah. But neither one of them, as of late, based on what happened recently, look like that's realistic. So I don't. But with MVP, there's not too big of expectations. It's fun fights.
And who's the other one? It's Usman, right? Nurmagomedov.
Oh, actually, now I can see that now.
Usman, right? Yeah, he's good as fuck too. Yep. I would like to see him over. That's because his brother is Umar.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Novkov comes in and wins the title today.
Oh, we forgot about. But
he wins the title today.
It would have been over who?
Nemkov. I don't see Nemkov beating Hill. I don't see him beating.
What?
No.
He fucks Hill up.
Jay.
I don't see it.
Jay, listen, your boy Jace be hating on Hill.
No, I don't. Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't.
I don't know what Hill did.
Stop playing.
I'm
not in my feelings. You know, and that's why all the fans love me. I'm not in my feelings. Right.
All the South Africans.
I'm just a realist, you know. Jamal Hill, great story. Glad he got the title. He ain't that dude. There's no one terrified of fighting Jamal Hill.
Hey, then
there's no one terrified. Oh my God, Jamal Hill tomorrow. Like, no, he doesn't strike fear in the heart.
Look what he did to your boy Glover.
I'm glad he knocked off a 50-year-old man. I'm glad. It's great.
Oh, you was not saying that before the fight.
No, because why did people give so much credit to Yuri for beating Glover?
Exactly.
But Jamal basically
decimated him.
Clean sweep. And here's my thing with Nemkov, right? Who is Nemkov's like signature win where you're like, all right, you know what, Nemkov, like he's legit. What's his signature win? Because I know
Bader.
Nobody.
He
almost
beat
lost to
Bader, right?
Bader.
He was losing.
Yeah.
Brian Bader.
The same man that got kicked out the UFC and had to become champion at Bellator.
Yo, did you just laugh at Ryan Bader? That's fucked up.
Bro, why y'all being disrespectful to Ryan Darth Vader?
Hey,
I fuck with Vader.
Jay just laughed at him, bro. That's fucked up.
I think Bader beats the fuck out of Jamal Hill.
No. Absolutely.
100%.
You,
He ragdolls him.
I think
Someone
that
pull up that DC clip of Ryan Bader where he was like, I want the easiest fight.
Hey, that shit was hilarious. Hilarious.
Nah, Ryan Bader, I'm sorry. If you're not going to give him credit for being Glover, I'm not getting Nemkov credit. Here's the thing. Why can't Nemkov finish off a 60-year-old Yoel? That's my thing.
now that's a whole
Many
fact.
have tried.
Yeah, many have tried.
Yeah,
Like,
but that was the
that's
worst.
the wrong
that
example. That's the
that
wrong
was
example.
the worst looking Yoel we've seen thus far.
That is true too.
Gotta
He's
admit.
80 years old, but nevertheless, like that's the wrong example because really no one finishes Roel.
Hey, yo. What about Johnny Eblin? How do you feel about him?
I'd be interested in seeing him come over.
Yeah, he's tough.
I don't think he beats Izzy, but you know.
Nico?
What?
Nico.
Who's Nico? Give me a last name.
Fuck. Now it's eluding me. Keep talking.
All right.
Or I'm sorry. No. Aaron Pico. Sorry.
Oh, Pico.
Aaron
Nico.
Yeah,
Pico,
I'd like to
yeah.
see Pico come over.
Yeah,
that's
that would be
what
a
I
good
meant to
one,
say.
actually.
Is that the one who had like the documentary about him? Like he was training as like a kid. That one.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was a wrestler. Yep.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
he was, I think, 8 or 9-0, and then now he's, got a little bit back and forth, but now he's got a swag back.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with Bellator. This thing about it, the last fight they put on was that Yoel card. And where they been? And that's why we can't even push that narrative to go watch them because they don't never be on. They don't ever give us enough fights. UFC
Hey,
back to back to back to
wait.
back to back to
AJ's
back.
fighting this weekend. AJ's fighting
Oh,
this
this weekend?
weekend. He's
Good,
fighting
I didn't fucking know.
little brother. You
I didn't know.
You didn't know?
Oh, that's crazy because listen,
The semifinal.
CJ and Jay probably watch more MMA than all of the rest of us on here. Like CJ gonna watch some MMA. I don't care what time of
I'm
day
gonna watch
it
some
is.
shit.
What's going on? He gonna watch the regional scenes. He gonna watch it all. Like, yeah, they're fighting this weekend. AJ McKee's taking on the other brother, the other big
In
bull brother.
the
that won-
semifinal,
Mhm.
the semifinal, and they'll face
Yeah.
Usman.
Yeah.
That's this Friday.
Yep. I mean,
I'm
Y'all
gonna be
didn't know
watching.
that? Y'all didn't know that? I
no,
knew
it's
that.
this Saturday. Actually, let me see how they got
It's
this.
Saturday. Don't tell me it's Saturday.
That what?
Stop,
Saturday?
y'all
It is not
wilding
Saturday.
now.
Oh,
Yes, it's Saturday at 8 p.m. Pacific time. It starts.
Y'all didn't know that?
What's wrong with them?
Well, here's the thing.
Nobody-
We're talking about
nobody watching that.
291 and
What's wrong with them?
versus Spence. Why am I watching Bellator? Like
You're not.
You're
You're
not.
not.
What's wrong with
They fight
they just do shit wrong on purpose. All these weeks they ain't had no cards going on, but they picked the day to 291 and the Crawford fight. Like what? That don't make no sense.
Yeah. It's hard enough for people to choose between, or at least for people who love boxing to choose between the UFC and the boxing event. So Bellator, you're not gonna get nobody's watching that.
And they usually come on Fridays. Put it
Yeah.
on Friday when people in the mood to watch some fucking MMA, bro. Like, ain't nobody gonna watch that shit.
Nope.
And
That
for
shit
it
might
to
as well
start,
not even be happening.
I got
at
3
8,
TVs. I got 3 TVs. Stop playing.
I'm not
Nah.
using a third TV, even if I had it for Bellator. I'm not.
I'm not doing it. That's what's crazy. So yeah, y'all. If y'all didn't know, that will be going on this weekend. But real quick before we get up out of here, let's talk about the boxing. Errol Spence taking on Crawford. Let's go. I've been honest about it. I know that the fight is big, right? I know that it's something that true boxing fans have been wanting to see. Like, I've pretty much tapped out with boxing. I only watch Devontae Davis and Tyson Fury whenever they fight. At this point, but Jace is a massive boxing fan still, somehow, some way.
Sweet science. Queensberry rules.
And your boy Jay said that on the main screen, he's rocking with slow ass boxing over if Justin and them are fighting at the same time as Spence and Crawford, he's rocking with Spence and Crawford on the main television.
They'll be on the 65 inch. They'll be on the 65 inch, 100%.
That's crazy. Slow ass boxing.
I'm a boxing purist. I love and breathe and have been rocking with MMA since the mid 90s, but I've been rocking with boxing since the 80s. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Whoa, the 1900s.
Damn, nigga.
Crazy.
How old are you?
Yeah. Address me as sir. Stop playing.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah. So what about everybody else? Like, how y'all feeling about it? Like, do you guys plan on watching the boxing fight?
I'm not gonna watch it live. I'm gonna be watching 291. I'm gonna watch boxing the next day.
I'm at the
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Hey, stun on us, Damien. Stun on us, bro.
I'm in there.
Stun on us, yes sir.
Yeah.
I know you're excited, bro. You already got all your shit ready.
Yeah, it's already ready, bro. I got my itinerary set up. What I'm about to buy when I get there. I'm set.
Hell yeah.
What about you, Jay?
I know because with Spence and Crawford, that fight is taking like a million years to get made. And luckily, they're not too old when this fight got made. But I'm going to be real. My attention span does not work where I can watch them both at the same time. If they're fighting before Dustin and Justin, I might watch it. But realistically, I don't think it's going to play out like that. So I'll probably just not touch my phone until like the next morning and then try to watch it and then see what happens. I mean, I watched the Inoue fight like this morning, so
Me too.
I like a good boxing match when it's there, but here's the thing though with boxing. I feel like the way boxing's set up, there's no way Bud and Spence could be more exciting than Dustin and Justin. I just don't see it.
Not.
Go back and watch Hagler Hearns 1.
But we're not there.
Yeah, that's in the 80s.
Like I said, I was watching boxing in the 80s.
That's when boxing was really boxing. That's when they was really throwing them things. Pause.
Yeah, I mean, boxing's just slow, bro. Like, it's just, and it doesn't make it bad. But like, if I'm gonna watch boxing, like I need to know that somebody's going to sleep. Hence why I want to watch Gervonta Davis, because I know that boy got them heavy paws in there, and you know somebody's going night. I can't imagine anything. I can't imagine me taking my attention off, because like I think I told Jace that like the main card is supposed to walk out at 8 p.m. Pacific time, right? That's what they're projecting that Spence and Crawford are going to walk out. So around 8, like the UFC main card starts at 7 Pacific time.
Oh shit!
That means they probably gonna fall between Stephen Thompson and Jan, probably like somewhere between Tony and the Stephen fight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not about to take my eyes off. I might have it, on my phone somewhere, and I'll look down to see, what's going on. But like, how can I take my eyes off of Tony versus Bobby? Somebody could go out. How can I take my eyes off of Steven versus Michel? How can I take my eyes off of Jan versus Alex? Like, there's too much action for me to see somebody 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all you got.
And then AJ McKee, he's gonna be doing his thing a little bit too, but okay, I guess not.
No. I feel you. I can't slice him in. Now, if they fight after the main event of the UFC card, like if it times out that way, for sure, that would be the best thing for Bellator, for people just to roll over to the Bellator event after Justin and Dustin.
I'm gonna be exhausted.
Why doesn't the boxing match do with that one Canelo card? Because I remember Canelo was fighting on the same night as Nate and Masvidal, and they were just sitting on the couch waiting, because I feel like there's probably a good chunk of people they could be missing out on, or maybe they just think it's just even bigger. So I don't know.
They might, like Dana. Sometimes like he's communicates, like that's what happened with the Canelo fight.
Yeah,
Dana and whoever, it might have been Eddie Hearn, I think, is over Canelo, right?
No.
His promoter, whoever
at the time it was for that one it was Hearn, but now it's DAZN, so now it would be Eddie Hearn. But for that one you're talking about, no.
Okay,
But
but
Dana
they
usually
did.
got the boxing on his fucking screen right there. If
Yep.
y'all ever look,
He
Dana
does.
Yep.
Dana is like me. Loves, breathes UFC, but fucking boxing just in his blood. You know what I mean? Dana grew up as a boxing promoter, loved boxing. Anytime there's a big boxing card, Dana always has it on. Always.
Yeah, that's why I think they're gonna try to pace it. I think they will try to pace it. But the problem is that how many rounds is it? Like 12 rounds?
12
Yeah.
36 minutes?
plus the minute breaks. Don't forget those.
There you go. Like I can't. I'm not gonna have my full. It's not gonna have my full attention. But like
Right.
we'll see. But for the boxing enthusiasts, this is a really really big fight. I was telling Jace
Yep.
earlier. I was like, and from what I'm hearing from the boxing folks, like it is equivalent to if Jon Jones would have fought Anderson Silva.
Mm.
Like it's that big of a fight. It's like that what you really really want to see, or current day Francis versus Jon Jones, like what people
Mhm.
really really wanted to see. And now they're finally getting to see it. Two guys still in their prime, still killing it.
Well, definitely it's not in their prime. Bud is 36, I believe. But it's not like when Pacquiao and Mayweather fought each other.
Mayweather fought. Hella
Yeah.
old.
Yeah. So real quick, let's just run down these picks because I always want to give people time.
Background,
to change their
Damien. Say
mind.
hi to the wife. She tried to skirt to the side. We saw her.
saw you.
Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get these picks in because we don't want Jason on here talking about he like to change his mind last minute, y'all. So we're gonna run down the picks starting from the bottom. Michael versus Kevin Holland.
Kevin Holland.
I'm gonna go with Holland.
Yeah.
Hey, you redeem yourself, Sky? You cool with him?
No, fuck that nigga.
Fuck that nigga. I'm going Chiesa. Begrudgingly.
I got Holland.
Tony Ferguson versus Bobby.
I'm gonna watch that one.
El Kukui.
Bobby Green.
El Cucuy.
Bobby. All right, so we
You got
split.
Bobby Sky? I'm gonna
I got
watch.
Bobby.
I'm gonna watch.
Yeah. Wash some dishes, boy.
Yeah.
Stephen Thompson versus
Michel.
Pierre. Yeah, Michel Porier.
Wonderboy. We all said that. We all gonna say that.
Wonderboy.
Wonderboy.
Jan versus Alex. I'm going Alex.
Ooh, I'm going Jan.
Alex.
I'm going Jan.
The Boogeyman.
Alex. All right. Last but not least, Dustin Poirier versus Justin the Highlight Gaethje. I'm going Dustin, boot boy.
Mm-mm.
I'm going Dustin, Louisiana's finest.
Mm-mm. I'm going Justin.
Oh.
The highlight.
Oh. I'm going Dustin. Give me some hot sauce. Pause.
Justin round 3 knockout. I don't know, a weird vision about it.
I love the specificity.
Yeah.
Specificity? Yeah.
Pin it. Y'all got, hold on, real quick, before we leave. Did y'all talk about how this nigga Jay was going for Val Woodburn for a little bit?
No.
As you should, my brother. Hell, my guy was getting roasted and toasted upside down, left and right on TikTok.
Oh, okay, yeah. So basically, because I trained with Val, so it was like, so I even said in the video straight up, I'm biased. He's my teammate, so I'm going to pick him. But I explained what he could do if he were to win, and I had that video. I think before the fight started was at like 200, 300K already, and everybody named mom was like, "No, Bo smashes, and I'm not gonna lie, I did not anticipate that Bo was gonna have them hands like that. Even that actually shocked me. Like I can't lie. We were so hyper fixated on the takedown that it opened up that opening. But what was weird though is everybody was like, "Oh, you're an idiot." I had a report like commenting on the thing of Sam Alvey. I don't know why Sam Alvey talking. When's the last time Sam Alvey won?
He got knocked out 8 times in a row. You cannot speak, sir.
Does he talk or just smile?
I don't know why Sam Alvey was in my comments, but whatever. And there was somebody else too, but I can't remember. But it was just like I had to turn off my phone for a little bit because it was ridiculous.
Damn, they was coming at you like that.
It was. If anything, though, I played the UFC to cut me a check because I feel like I put a little bit of more because the amount of people who I feel like wanted to come back to that video for that.
Yeah.
Fight, because it went from 200 and then the next day it was like 400 something, and I had all these blue checks like, oh, this didn't age well, blah 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 blah, you know.
Listen.
But it's like honest. But it's like again, like Val found out about the fight Tuesday morning.
Yeah, exactly.
He didn't even get to Vegas till Wednesday. I seen some media outlets implying that he was already in Vegas because they saw the picture of him and Chris, but he hasn't been in Vegas for like a hot minute. So he went from Orlando to Vegas Wednesday morning, and then not to excuse it because at the end of the day, Bo's like that. Like a lot of people thought I was saying Bo was trash. No, I just thought Val would at least
you just riding for your dude.
Yeah, and then they were just like, never disrespect Bo, never in your right mind. I'm just like, he don't know y'all. He don't know y'all. Like y'all don't got it right. I don't know.
Fuck Bo Nickel.
Hey, you know what? At the end of the day, if y'all wow, why we doing that to Bo? Why we doing Bo like that?
Be honest, I don't like all the fanboys dick riding the shit out of him.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little dick riding now. No, but here's what I want to say.
Where's your wife at, nigga? Where's your wife at, nigga?
Listen. You let him know about
we off the rails again, y'all. Hey, if y'all ain't seen the tough reactions, make sure y'all watch the tough reactions. It's off the chain over there. But you know what? If y'all ain't never been on TikTok, let me tell you, TikTok is a whole different planet. It's a whole different world, especially when it comes to this MMA stuff. These people will sit around and wait. Like what happened to Jay happens all the time. Like if you actually have an opinion, an original opinion, because what happens is that all these MMA creators get on there and they just keep repeating the same old shit that the other creators said. It's like all the same shit. Everybody just does and says the exact same thing. But when you go against the grain and you have your own mind and your own opinion, right? You get all these little weirdo trolls that pop up and want to be like, oh, this didn't age well. Where's your opinion? Where's your thought? Where's your mind? Nothing. You wasn't here before. Just like them weirdos who was in my comments were like, 4-0 Alex. I ain't seen them in months.
Hey, and as always say, we got open seats on the pod. Come and get this work.
Please. Like I said last week, please send an email, scrapandrollmma@gmail.com. Please send an email if y'all want to come on and talk, especially y'all South Africans. I didn't get not one of y'all that was bold enough to come inside and have a conversation. Like I said, it's not a hostile environment. Like, we're not going to be crazy talking.
It's hostile on my end. I'll make it very clear. It's pretty hostile.
And they be coming for Jay. If you say Drinkus, it's on. It's going great. What the video, the last one when we talked about Izzy and Drinkus, that video went crazy just based off the fact that people want us to like feel
that I was right and y'all was wrong. Got it. Well, but that being said, it's about that time, folks. We are out of time. We're over time. Shout out to Jay. Jay, go ahead and spit your channel, please.
So yeah, pretty much on all the socials, Zombie Man Jay. Other pod, I haven't done an episode in like 2 years. Probably will get to it, but Blackout Combat with a K. Shoot, I don't post too frequently. Been busy training, but probably after the summer, probably get back to posting more regularly. But yeah,
yes, sir.
We will be here. We will be back this weekend and Manchester. Hey, real quick, what you think about that fighter that soccer player who's not gonna take the 760 something mil?
Mbappé.
Kylian Mbappé.
What y'all think about that? Like,
honestly though, people better hope the Saudis don't like all these sports, because wait till it start with the NBA, the NFL.
Hey, for 1 year? Man, that's how I feel about Messi. I don't even care what he's doing over there. I'm like, you turned out 1.4, 1.2, whatever $billion for 2 years or something like that.
Oh, Lord.
No. Anyways, y'all, that ain't got nothing to do with this. We are out. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.